Blaze Gem inscription. Since Nechca's birth...
Xilonen! Good thing you're here. I'm wondering if I can...
Oh, the shelf on the left, second row down, first X on the right. That one's yours. And the garden hoe belongs to Ignal, and the hammer is Pakal's, so make sure you take the one that's yours.
I haven't even said why I'm here. But, looks like you're about to head out for...
Yes, but I am going to take it right here.
Really? But doesn't it feel a lot hotter than usual?
Exactly. In hot weather like this, customers don't tend to stick around and talk when they're coming to place orders or pick up the goods.
I see. Oh, here comes another customer.
Sure, sounds good to me.
Hey, Xilonen!
Oh, traveler, Paimon! We meet again. How's your Pilgrim's Chronicle been? Oh, good. It was also my first time receiving a Pilgrim's Chronicle. There are still a lot of things that could go wrong, so I wasn't sure if there'd be any issues.
Huh? So, what are the chances that something might still go wrong?
Well, less than the chances of Mualani accidentally falling off a spirit way, I'd say.
Oh, well, that definitely would never happen.
I found the Xilonen. Thanks a lot. By the way, Nechca's birthday's coming up real soon. Are you planning?
I've prepared a gift and was just getting ready to take it to her.
You're not planning on giving the kid a full set of pliers again, are you?
Yeah, that's right. Flowers will wither and toys will break, and snacks are quickly forgotten once they're eaten. But a set of durable work tools will always stay with you and get you through many sticky situations. Well, still, I won't be giving Nechca any tools this year. The book is not what you call a bestseller, but luckily, I have a few copies in my collection.
Children her age love fairy tales. Huh. Wait. What did I bring her again? It must have been her favorite thing, but, why can't I remember it?
Oh, it is quite hot today. Seems you're about to pass out from the heat. Do you even remember your own name?
My memory can't be this bad. It's just these last few days.
Well, in that case, why don't you use the Blaze Gem inscription you have as a memo to engrave some important things to remember? After all, that inscription will never wear out, and it's easy to carry. I'd say that's quite a fitting use for it.
You do have a point, but my inscription is almost already full. No. I engraved some wishes on my Blaze Gem inscription. You know, just some dreams that I have for the future and things I'd like to accomplish one day. Even though Tassoli has said that from an aesthetic point of view, it would be best for people to keep their inscription short, this Blaze Gem inscription was still made by a name engraver, the forger of ancient names themselves. Everyone thinks that the inscription she made might have some wondrous powers. So, many people who bought Blaze Gem inscriptions engraved their wishes and dreams on them, in hopes that they would come true.
Sounds kinda like a wish granter. But if you do that, won't everyone be able to see your wishes and dreams?
Don't worry. We usually ask Tassoli to add the inscriptions for us. With her method, the light must be at a certain angle in order to see the text. Without the right angle of lighting, the Blaze Gem inscription will just look like a pretty stone.
that's true. In the end, a blaze gem inscription is essentially just a piece of rock. Making wishes to it is like shouting into an echoing valley. But using it as a journal for your wishes is also fine. Well, as long as you don't suddenly change your mind and want to take your wishes back, that is. And I don't think anyone would willingly part with it either. They're not cheap and very hard to get. Still, it's really strange. Given Auntie's skill, how could it take so long for her to make one?
It's true. Chevin would totally have put that in her ear. At least she and little Nechca are better off now, and won't have to worry about the cost of treating her illness anymore. I was really worried about their family at first, and was even planning to send them some... Huh? What was I planning to send to Nechca again?
All right, if you stay out in the heat for any longer, I'm afraid even the inscription won't be able to save your memory.
Right. Right. Please give my regards to Tlisoli and Nechca. What's going on? Maybe I should go talk to Ernly to get some medicine.
So you'll be going to Nechca's birthday party too, Xilonen?
Oh, yeah, sure, but I didn't expect you to know Tlisoli too. She... Oh, so that's how you met her. She even wants to use volcanic crystal as a forging material. Then let's just go and ask. Come on, I want to give her the book anyway.
Huh? Wait a second. Our birthday gift's supposed to be a surprise? If we ask Nechca, then she'll know what gift we'll be getting her. And that would ruin the surprise.
But if you don't ask her, then how will you know what kind of present she would like? Here's another idea. Perhaps you can also give her a storybook based on what she wrote in her letter.
But shouldn't we give it a little more thought? If we all give her books, it might seem like we didn't put much effort into it. Xilonen, have you really never asked her what she would like the most?
Unfortunately, no. Nechca's illness has kept flaring up over the past few years. It wasn't until recently that she started to recover from her illness and regained strength to write letters to others. Anyway, there's no need to overthink it. Worst case scenario, I can split the book into 2 volumes, and we can each give her one.
No, that's terrible! That would really look like we didn't try. Let's just go ask Nechca. Even though it would ruin the surprise, we could at least get her something that would make her happy. Anyway, could you tell us a bit more about the book that you're getting her?
Well, it's a little difficult to explain. You see, there are actually 2 versions of To Kill the Brave. The premise of the book is pretty straightforward. It's basically about a set of twin brothers working to defeat a demon lord. But after defeating the demon lord, the older brother, To Kill, discovers that the king's spirit has possessed his younger brother. In the ending of the original story, the older brother kills his younger brother to defeat the demon lord. I remember there was one line that was super popular at the time. If I still remember right, after being possessed by the goddess Coatlicue, Rimac said, "I do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit. Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left." The other version was released only recently. In the revised version, the brothers killed the demon lord together and both survived. However, the revised version was not well received. The store owners desperately tried to get rid of the book. Even now, the only edition of To Kill the Brave you can find in the market is the newer one, whereas the older edition... Anyway, I couldn't bring myself to give such a poorly rated book to Nechca, so I picked out a copy that looked relatively new and wrapped it up as a present for Nechca. If you're interested, I can give you this extra copy to read. Oh, and here's a copy of the newer edition, too.
So that's how they're trying to sell off the book.
Let's get going. Tlasoli lives pretty far from the tribe, so it'll take us some time to get there.
Go on now, Yengu. Nechca is still resting.
Hey, Tlasoli, we're here!
Oh, what a surprise.
Oh, it's been a while since I've seen you, Auntie. I received Nechca's letter. She wanted a copy of To Kill the Brave, right? There are several editions of the book in Natlan, and I wasn't sure which version she'd prefer. I asked a messenger from the Scions of the Canopy. It seems this softcover edition is one of the most popular options.
You haven't changed a bit, Xilonen. Let's go inside. I was just boiling some chocoatl, so you can all... Xilonen used to love drinking chocoatl. You were already a big girl by the time I finally had my Nechca. Oh,
Auntie, let's go inside. Traveler, please help me get her into the house.
Oh, Paimon will help too! Be good, Yengu, and don't get in the way.
All right, let's get indoors. Watch your step, Auntie.
sorry. Nechca's illness has been flaring up recently. I suddenly started to feel dizzy in the sun. Have a seat. I'll fetch you a few cups of chocoatl.
Oh, I've already brought them over. This cup's for you, Auntie. And these are for you, too.
Chocolatl? What does it taste like? Paimon's heard that it can be pretty bitter.
Oh, don't worry. Auntie always adds a lot of sugar.
The last time you came to visit, you were still just a kid. But
Oh, well, it's all thanks to the drinks I had here and the books I happened to read.
We heard that you two are from the same tribe, but Paimon had no idea you were so close.
When I was little, my parents were always talking about how skilled Auntie was at forging ancient names and how she was a good role model for the rest of us. The moment I became idle at home, they would toss me into Auntie's workshop to watch and learn.
then I would have your parents go back, boil you a pot of chocoatl, and let you play in the house.
Yeah, and then I would drink and listen to you banging away with your tools in the workshop. But eventually, she moved out of the tribe to find some more space, and I didn't have the chance to visit again.
But why did you seem so familiar with the place when you went to the kitchen for the drinks?
Because the layout of this place is identical to her old house. Let me see. Yeah, that should be Nechca's bedroom then.
That's right. I remember you used to hunker down in the room to read and draw. But you're all grown up now. Even if you wanted to live here, I'm afraid you've already outgrown Nechca's bed. That's how Nechca sees Xilonen, too.
Well, yeah, I'm here now, and even brought a gift as an apology.
You said Nechca asked you for the book? I hope it wasn't too much trouble to get. Maybe I've been too strict with her.
Oh, really? Well, I'd say I really haven't done enough to deserve the title of Big Sister. Yeah, I wasn't able to help her when she was sick, and I didn't even come and visit her that many times.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Xilonen. You have the responsibilities on your shoulders also became far heavier when I gave up on my work.
You just had more important things to tend to, Auntie. No one in the tribe blames you.
But that doesn't change the fact that I gave up on my work. I'm sorry to leave you to shoulder all the responsibilities alone, Xilonen.
Oh.
Ooh, why so somber all of a sudden? Don't be so sad, everyone.
Oh, relax, Auntie. I can handle the work. But once Nechca is back on her feet, you should get back to work and let me have a vacation. You'll be the one who's busy then, and I'll be sitting at the side drinking chocolatl and cheering.
If that day really comes, you can have as much chocolatl as you like. If you asked me before, I wouldn't have even been able to talk about it. But now that she's gradually recovering, I've also gained some courage to face what happened back then. Nechca's illness actually originates from that night. I was in the tribe, having a discussion over the forging of new ink. Before we could finish our discussion, the alarm started to ring outside. A horde of monsters from the abyss suddenly attacked the tribe, so everyone banded together to fight. I joined the fray as well, and it wasn't until the monsters were repelled that I got back home with some guards from the tribe. I can't remember how long I spent searching for her. Maybe for 2 or 3 days. In the end, we found Nechca at the bottom of a short cliff. She was holding a dried-up embercore flower in her hand, and there were traces of abyssal corruption around her wounds. I know. It was all my fault. Before the incident, Nechca had asked if I could forge an ancient name for her. Work was busy at the time, so I told her that if she could find an embercore flower, I would use it as material to forge her an ancient name. Oh, Nechca, my daughter, my Nechca. I was holding her in my arms, but no matter how many times I called her name, she wouldn't open her eyes and look at me. I was the one who decided to move my workshop to the outskirts of our tribe for... Oh, my daughter, my Nechca.
Whoa, hey! It's okay, right? Nechca's getting better. She already has the strength to write letters now, doesn't she?
Sorry. I just can't control myself whenever I remember that time. Phew. All right. It's not every day that we get guests. I asked someone to buy some ingredients for me. So why don't you stay for dinner tonight?
We'll help. That sounds like a lot to make, and we don't want you to tire yourself out.
Thank you both, but don't worry. It's just a few dishes. I'll be fine. You three just need to make sure everything gets eaten up.
Oh, we haven't had anything to eat yet, so don't worry. We'll make sure there are no leftovers.
Ah, it just occurred to me that Xilonen likes to eat cheesy crab hot pot.
Both are fine with me. I've learned to just chew up the fish bones now.
Oh, come on now. If you don't want to pick out the bones, I can just take them out for you. Anyway, for dessert, would you like a cup of grain fruit or chocolate?
Cup of grain fruit!
How about a cup of grain fruit mixed with chocolate?
Okay, got it. I'll go start cooking, but could you do me a favor in the meantime? I ordered a bunch of ingredients, and they should be here any minute now. Come on, Xilonen. Stop lying around. You shouldn't nap before dinner.
Hey, I'm not a kid anymore, you know. You don't have to worry about my appetite.
That's beside the point. If you don't watch out for your health while you're still young, then when you get older, you'll...
All right. I'm getting up.
We'll go check on the ingredients with Xilonen. It isn't far, so it shouldn't take us long.
That kid. Need a surfboard?
No one's come to deliver the ingredients yet.
A messenger from the Scions of the Canopy wouldn't be flying here. No need to look. There isn't anyone on the cliffs.
I just saw a ghost. Hey, you there. Sorry, but
Oh, are you the one who's supposed to deliver the ingredients?
ingredients? Are you kidding? I was nearly eaten my... Never mind that now. Those monsters are still hot on my heels. Please, you've got to help me.
Xilonen, where'd she go? Whoa, she's already gone up to fight the monsters? Let's go help her out!
Overruled. Bring it. All right, that should be it for the monsters. Oh, it also seems we're in good luck. The goods weren't damaged either.
Strange, we didn't see any monsters on the way here.
Yeah, right. I use this road to deliver goods all the time, and I've never been attacked like this before. It's the main road in and out of the tribe, so people often come here to clear out any monsters. I don't know what happened, but it seems like all the monsters around here have gone berserk. Tlisoli doesn't even forge ancient names anymore, so why can't she just move back to the tribe? If she comes back, Nechca will even be able to find some playmates. Nechca's playmates. No, wait, I feel like my kids have played with her before. Strange. I always remembered it before. How could I forget all of a sudden?
Look at that! He has a blaze gem inscription too!
You should go back to the tribe. It seems like you had quite the scare today. We'll take the ingredients back. I'll carry these bags, and you two can carry the rest.
Huh? Oh, sure. Paimon can take care of these grapefruit that fell out of the bag.
If you say so. Thank you so much. I guess today's just a really bad day for me to go outside.
That's so weird. Why is everyone we run into today having trouble remembering stuff? Paimon's not sure how to say it, but she's got a strange feeling about this. Like it's all somehow
Once you live long enough, you'll eventually start experiencing strange days like this. Let's bring the ingredients back. Otherwise, we won't have anything to eat tonight.
Let's do this then!
Laid bare. This is where you fall.
Ah, you're finally back. What took you so long?
Oh, yeah, we, ran into some small problems, but everything's fine now.
Alright, as long as everything's okay now.
Whoa, there's so much tasty food!
They were all pretty simple dishes to make. Don't be
Paimon will help herself.
Ooh, yeah. Can I get another serving?
You're done already? Do you even chew when you're eating?
Of course! Didn't I say that I chew up the fish bones? I'll have just one more fish and leave the rest for Nechca.
It's okay. Just go ahead and eat all you'd like. Nechca can't eat these dishes anyway. Her body is too weak to digest these kinds of things. I'll just make some broth for her.
Oh no. But Paimon thought she'd already recovered from her illness.
Injuries caused by the abyss cannot be undone. But it's okay. Nechca can talk to me now and can even hold my hand. That's more than I could ask for. Even if she will never again know that I am her mother.
What do you mean?
The doctor said the abyss has had an irreversible effect on Nechca's soul. She's lost all her memories from before she was injured. The doctor also said this sort of memory loss isn't like simply forgetting something. Rather, she can no longer remember anything from before that fateful day.
Huh? But how does that happen?
You know about the woven scrolls that the Masters of the Night Wind use to record... Well, generally speaking, forgetting things is like when the woven scrolls would gradually start to fade. As long as you repaint and weave the threads again, the faded memories will come back to life. But the case of Nechca's memory loss is as if her woven scroll had been cut in two, and the portion of the past was burnt to ashes. The books she loved to read, the flowers she took joy to grow, and the time she spent in this house were all cut off by the abyss. As one example of that, Nechca now only sees me as a strange, unfamiliar auntie who claims to be her mother. She's a good kid, and doesn't want to upset this lady who's been taking care of her so much, so she still calls me Mom. But I've always had a feeling that she's constantly wondering about things like, where is her real mother? What? Nechca really has no idea that her real mother is right in front of her, and has never left.
So you plan on recreating Nechca's woven scroll, all by your...
What do you mean?
Or should I say, you've already started reweaving that scroll long ago. The delivery guys. I I saw it hanging from his waist, so I asked to borrow it from him. Don't worry, I'll return the inscription to him once we've figured everything out. These things aren't cheap, after all.
When did you know?
Yeah, I noticed it back when Blaze Gem inscriptions suddenly became popular among the tribe. It was then that I also noticed that everyone wearing Blaze Gem inscriptions had varying degrees of memory loss. Traveler, you've picked up on it too, haven't you? Accessories made using ancient names forging techniques. The shapes and patterns of these engravings are also identical to that of an ancient name. By making just a few slight adjustments to the layout and connections of the main pattern, you can pretty much qualify this Blaze Gem inscription as a bona fide ancient name. And yet, you've never told anyone about these engravings in the Blaze Gem inscriptions that can be activated at... Am I right, Auntie?
I knew you were a sharp one, Xilonen. That's right. I have a way to cure Nechca and restore all her memories. It's actually quite simple. I want to forge an ancient name for Nechca that contains all of her past memories.
And the reason they must be approved by the Wyab is because the memories they bear are all stored within... Extracting those memories from the ley lines requires the Wyab's assistance. But your plan wouldn't need you to do any of that, right, Auntie? Your Blaze Gem inscriptions will help you complete that part of your plan in the ley line's place. And the ancient names you're trying to forge will be used to extract corresponding memories from the memory bank.
A memory bank? Wait, so the reason all those people were having trouble remembering stuff is because the Blaze Gem inscriptions?
Using other people's memories of Nechca to reconstruct her past?
You've seen through my plans, Xilonen. You're as outstanding as ever. Far more brilliant than me. I intend to use this method to collate all the memories related to Nechca and allow her to regain...
What? Wouldn't extracting memories like that hurt the person carrying the Blaze Gem inscription?
Not at all. Every time a Blaze Gem inscription extracts memories, the process is under my precise control. This is the central inscription that controls all the other Blaze Gem inscriptions, which will also soon serve as Nechca's ancient name.
You made all of this yourself, Tlasoli?
Yes. It was lots and lots of work. You saw it yourself. I nearly fainted just from being in the sun. I could collapse tomorrow, or even in the next few moments. But Nechca's ancient name is still far from completion. I've solved the issue of storing memories, but I still don't know how to connect Nechca up to this central inscription.
I thought you just modify your own ancient name.
I considered it, but this matter doesn't have anything to do with my ancient name. It's of no help to me, and I don't need its help now.
You know the price to pay for making something like this.
Yes, I do. But as long as I can get my Nechca back, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Otherwise, Nechca won't have any chance of reclaiming her past once I'm dead and gone. She won't remember me, and she won't even remember why her name... When that time comes, she'll be left to drift around the world all alone. Unknown... She is my daughter, the one to whom I gave the Nechca name.
Xilonen?
I'll take the central inscription with me. I'm going to completely disassemble it to confirm its components and uses. I won't make any promises until I've checked everything. Say goodnight to Nechca for me, Auntie.
Oh, wait. I've also finished the inscriptions for the Traveler in Paimon. Let me fetch them for you. I'm sorry it took me so long to finish them.
Hold on, Auntie. The Traveler and Paimon have never met Nechca before, so you can't draw any memories from them.
That wasn't my intention. They're just ordinary gifts.
Huh? What was that noise?
Nechca must have woken up and wants to get out of bed on her own. Sorry, I'll go check on her first. Nechca! Don't try to get out of bed. Just tell Mom if you need anything.
You go ahead and take care of Nechca, Auntie. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon. There are a few things I want to tell you. Let's head back to the tribe first. There are some things I need to get from my workshop. Disassembling the central inscription.
Failure is just a step on the path to glory.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
You two can wait outside for a moment. I just need to go in and grab something. Oh, yeah, that's not really what I mean. It's not the mess that's really the problem. It's just that the workshop is cluttered with way too much stuff. Books, files, and even ancient texts I got from the Masters of the Nightwind. Everything's piled up to the ceiling. You probably won't know where to step once you're inside. Kachina suffered quite an unfortunate series of events the last time she went inside. After entering the workshop, she was shocked to find herself face to face with a massive woven scroll from the Masters of the Nightwind, and then she turned around and knocked over a huge stack of forging blueprints. She tried to step out of the way, but tripped on a poster tube that was behind her, and then boom! The forging blueprints came crashing down right onto her.
Oh no!
She's lucky I noticed in time. I found Kachina in it ever since then. Kachina always waits outside the door and doesn't dare take a step in whenever she comes to see me.
Yeah, you're an artisan and craftswoman after all. We thought there would be weapons and armor hanging all over the place, but it seems more like a library than a workshop.
Well, my primary work is forging ancient names, which is much trickier than making swords and tools. You probably already know that each ancient name represents a certain spirit. In other words, the essence of an ancient name is the physical manifestation, and as a name engraver, when I'm working on a new ancient name, I'm not only trying to give it a physical shape, but more importantly, I'm also trying to understand the spirit contained within it. And to do that, I have to collect as many related stories as possible, and read through them all. But, as you might know, people tend to add a lot of extraneous details when it comes to story. For stories that have been clearly exaggerated or altered, I must gather other related stories, and this way I can filter out all the absurd and exaggerated details and restore the person's life to its true nature. Only in true stories can you find the authentic spirit, and this is the only way for the spirit to become an ancient name that matches its essence.
We've heard about the concept behind ancient names before, but after hearing you explain the details, Paimon can't help but think that ancient names are really powerful.
Well, no matter how powerful ancient names could be, they would never be able to suddenly turn into a blade or allow you to smash through an entire... It's just a form of spiritual power that's passed down from generation to generation. Well, take your own names, for example. From the moment you appeared in this world, some person had already prepared a blessing for you. And that person then condensed this blessing into your name and gave it to you as a gift. It may feel like the moment you received your name is already in the past, but it will always stay with you and move with you in the future. Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. Well, that's what Auntie once told me. And with this blessing, people will become more confident as they walk into their future.
Oh, Paimon gets that. If you're alone when you're walking in the dark, it's easy to get scared and tired quickly. But if someone else is walking with you, then it won't be nearly as scary. And, well, you might still get tired, but it'll still be a whole lot better than... The Traveler always has Paimon by her side, though. Oh, Paimon sure many wish they could be in your shoes, Traveler. Paimon's always flying! Of course it gets tiring! But we're getting off topic. We can talk...
Anyway, this is what Clisoli told me when I was training as a name engraver. And to be honest, I've only understood 20% of what she said at most.
But doesn't that mean you basically don't get it?
Well, that's not entirely true. Auntie and I have at least come to a consensus on the most important thing. You know what? I am sick of talking. We can talk about all of this later. Please,
Did you hear a whole section of something collapsing?
It's fine, it's fine. It was just a bunch of very old ancient name records. I kept this set of phlogiston wedges in the back, so it wasn't easy to take out. Come on, let's go disassemble this. Here we are. This is the place.
This cliff is pretty high. What are we going to do here? Are we going to climb to the very top and then throw this inscription down the cliff?
I'm going to use phlogiston to make an engraving circle on the cliff wall. That will allow me to investigate the internals of the central inscription. Now let me see if this thing can even turn on. I was still an apprentice last time I used it. Before we attempt to engrave the inside pattern of an ancient name with phlogiston, we always use this to draw out the engraving diagram on a cliff or open ground. Only after we've confirmed that phlogiston can flow properly through the internal engravings can we start formally working on the small internal engravings of the ancient name. If we want to dismantle the central inscription in a non-destructive manner, we'll have to use this thing.
Oh, so you'll be able to see what it looks like on the inside with...
For the most part. If it were just an ordinary unfinished ancient name piece, I'd just take it apart and pour phlogiston into the internal engravings to see everything. But since it's a central inscription, it would be better not to destroy the blessing that Auntie has prepared for Nechca.
So, Xilonen, does this central inscription fall under the 20% you understand about ancient names, or the other 80% you don't understand?
Oh, don't worry. As I said, Auntie and I share an understanding of the most important principle, which is names are intrinsically valuable. Only by having names can things be sorted and categorized. They allow the world to become more orderly and identifiable. For example, when I order ore, I would usually say I need volcanic crystals of about 35% purity and no more than 3% of impurities. Without specific names, I would only be able to go to the ore merchant and say, I want this and this. No, this isn't it. That one. No, not that one either. Yeah, you see what I mean? Names are a crucial part of how we standardize our workflow. Without names, the work would be impossible. Yes, because forging ancient names is first and foremost a technical job. As for the question of why it's important, As long as it does not affect your ability to perform your work, you'll gradually understand it as you put the process into... After all, creating an ancient name is quite the complicated process. Well, let me break it down even further. We're not in the tribe right now anyway. Essentially, by forging ancient names, I'm assigning nicknames to the heroes in Natlan's history. Giving someone a name is a subjective expression. You just need to express your hopes and wishes for them. But giving someone a nickname is a much more objective expression. To come up with a fitting and accurate nickname requires much thought and observation. If ancient names or nicknames aren't descriptive enough, no one will remember them anyway. So the best I can do is gather all the information I could and try to come up with the most fitting nicknames possible. Even a minor mistake in the process could cause people to misunderstand the nickname. For a name engraver such as myself, such mistakes would be considered a major blunder.
Paimon isn't trying to come up with a nickname for Xilonen. Besides, all of Paimon's nicknames have been very descriptive. Everyone can remember them.
Phew. Now I'm curious. Why don't you, come up with one for me?
Are you serious?
Of course. This is also my line of work, you know.
A nickname? Xilonen. Well, she uses phlogiston to forge weapons and make names for others.
Yeah, not bad. And quite fitting, too. I'll remember it. But, you should keep observing my work, Paimon. Maybe you'll come up with an even better nickname. Right, okay. Time to make like a smith and start smith. Adjust the inclination by 2 degrees. Stop. The error margin is within an acceptable amount, but I'll extend the inscription link a little more just to be safe. I'll leave some space here. When the linked engravings are activated, the inscriptions here will overlap with each other. And there! That should complete the flow.
Running all over that cliff as if it was flat ground!
Oh no, it doesn't have anything to do with my tribe, it's just the, phlogiston adhesive I have on my shoes. But after all that running around, I'll have to infuse them with more phlogiston again. I should prepare a spare supply of phlogiston to bring with me next time. More or less, yeah. I usually have at least the key equipment on hand. I can show them to you when we next find the time, but let's get to work first. Let me see. Start with Anchor 1 and activate it with Density 3 phlogiston.
Whoa! A super huge diagram just appeared! Tlasoli's central inscription is even floating! So are you done checking the inscription, Xilonen?
I didn't find any anomalies in the phlogiston engraving. All the...
That means we can help Tlasoli and Nechca now, right?
well, probably, but I have good news and bad news. Oh, but I'm also just going to go ahead and share both, so it's not like you'll have...
Paimon will cover her ears after the good news.
Well, Even if you cover your ears, the issue will still continue to exist. What are your thoughts on absorbing memories? Yeah, well, sounds like something you'd say. But if you ask me, there's a problem with what Auntie said. It's hard to control the absorption of memories. Technically speaking, this type of inscription has the power to do far more than absorb memories related to a single person. By herself, Auntie can't handle that level and scope of work, but if she has accomplices...
Accomplices? You make it sound like she's committing a crime!
Well, here's the good news. Yes, this blaze gem inscription would be the perfect tool to commit crimes, but we haven't found any accomplices, or from a purely objective standpoint, we can consider that The bad news is, there's still an underlying problem with this blaze gem inscription that cannot be ignored. I believe I've mentioned this before. Ancient names operate with the help of the Wyub, granting them the power to read information kept in the ley lines. In this process, the Wyub actually function like relays, helping the ancient name bearers. If you remove the Wyub from the process and don't use any tools, then trying to scoop up a specific grain of sand from a rushing river. Yeah, exactly. Anyone who attempts to do so will likely lose most of their cognitive function or become a babbling madman who talks to themselves all day long. Now, let's consider the memories that Auntie has gathered as the ley line, and Nechca as the only ancient name bearer of this ley. There's no way Auntie would let Nechca plunge into the river of memories without any and considering that Nechca has forgotten all of her past, she'll be unable to work on her own to accurately find the Only Aunt Felicoli can help her filter the correct memories of her past. So, if my hypothesis is correct, Auntie is actually planning on turning herself into Nechca's Wyub. In an ideal world, this would be perfectly fine, as long as every extracted memory is correct. And I also believe that there won't be any mistakes in everything that Auntie remembers about Nechca. But Auntie is not a Wyub. Her body won't be able to handle the load for long.
But how can we solve this problem? No matter how we try, Felicoli will...
Names are blessings for the future from people standing in the past. I've also made up my mind. Come on, let's go see Auntie.
The journey's over.
The show begins! Carving waves! May I present?
Xilonen. It looks like you've made your decision. Am I right?
Yes, here's some research that I've done. You can reference it to modify the way the central inscription operates. I'll also help you continue working on the blaze gem inscription. The memories that can be absorbed by the inscription will be limited solely to Nechca's past. If you attempt to extract any memories beyond this scope, then I'll consider that as committing a criminal. After the memory bank is constructed, the Blaze Gem inscription's absorption functions.
I accept. Thank you, Xilonen.
Auntie, you know I can't stand it when you do this.
Using technology for ancient names to forge other things without permission is no trivial matter.
Yes, it's a major departure from the technology's intended use, but it's nothing compared to a child who needs help, compared to a name that's about to be lost. But once this is all over, you must come with me to see Pakal and discuss everything that happened.
That's fine. I'm willing to accept any punishment for my little Nechca.
All right, let's clear off the table and come up with a plan. I need some time to consider how to let Nechca control the Blaze Gem inscription on her own and extract the memories from her past. By the way, did you give the book to Nechca?
How could I just hand her a birthday present that you specially brought for her? I've picked out a box and packaged it up. Wait till her birthday and then bring it to her. It'll be a nice surprise.
No, it's just an old book. There's no need to...
Oh, is Nechca up again? But what was all that noise? Uh-oh, that's not good.
Nechca, don't hurt yourself.
Xilonen, is that you? You're Nechca?
How many times have I told you? Don't get out of bed on your own. You were running a fever yesterday.
Hello, Nechca.
Thank you for the book. I've already read it several times. You've already read it? But didn't Tlasoli package up the book that Xilonen brought?
No, she's all mixed up. The one she read isn't from Xilonen. It's one I bought for her before. A few days ago, she told me she wanted a book. I know nothing about these kinds of books, so I had no choice but to go to the tribe and look for a copy. I eventually found one and bought it for her. I put it in her room once I got back. Soon after, she suddenly developed a fever.
Auntie, do you know which version of the book you bought?
Which version? The shopkeeper said it was the one with the perfect ending to the story. Apparently that's the only one you can find. Oh, it's all my fault. You wasted your money, and now it won't even be a surprise.
Oh, it's all right. It's just a book. As long as Nechca enjoys it, that's what matters.
Oh, right. Nechca probably doesn't know us. You're Paimon and Miss Traveler. Mom told me about you. Oh, seems like everyone knows who we are now.
Yeah, Nechca seems to be doing pretty well today.
Take her for a walk. But considering her condition, I don't think...
Oh, don't worry, Auntie. She'll be safe with the Traveler and me. We won't leave the tribe, and if anything comes up, we'll be sure to find the doctor immediately. Besides, it's her birthday in a few days, and we need to go to the tribe to buy some things. What do you think, Auntie?
I promise I'll be good, Mom. Didn't you say before that I need more fresh...
All right. I also happen to have a few repaired Blaze Gem inscriptions that I need to get back to the tribe. We can go together. Wait for a moment. I'll go get Nechca's water bottle and some towels. Some medicine. Oh, and a parasol.
Talk about being prepared.
It doesn't hurt to be prepared. Okay, let's go.
Oh, you can let me carry these. And don't be a stranger, Nechca. Feel free.
Yeah! It's not often you get to go out to play, so just have fun. Okay, thanks everyone. And please don't worry, Mom. I'll be good.
Let's go look for Igno. I've had her Blaze Gem inscription for a while now, and I'll finally return it to her today.
Tosoli, what brings you to the tribe today? Oh, and Nechca. Oh, she seems to be doing much better now. She's even out and about.
I hope so. Here, Ignal. This is your inscription. I've finished repairing it.
Oh, thank you for bringing it back for me. I remember that Nechca would become so happy every time she saw a shiny ring.
I'm sure she'd love that. Thank you.
My pleasure. Give me a moment. I'll bring the ore.
Oh, I can make the jewelry for her.
I would like... Something shaped like an embercore flower would be nice. She was...
Noted. I'll make that as a gift for her next birth. Sorry, Nechca. It won't be a surprise for you.
That's okay.
Found it! Sorry to keep you waiting. Here, please take it. By the way, Nechca, feel free to write to me if you ever want to know more about ores. Well, I was shocked last time when you wrote me out of the blue asking for a volcanic crystal.
Sorry about that. She can hardly contain her curiosity now that she started to recover. She's still too weak to go out whenever she wants, so she begs me every day to help her write letters to people in the tribe about all sorts of things.
That's how you know she's one of the children of Echo.
Everything's looking up! Oh, we're just like the main character in the new version of To Kill the Brave. According to the story, we should be right around... let Paimon see... To Kill prayed to the goddess of mountains and fire. Let my brother's name ever live on. I am willing to sacrifice my heart and blood in return. The goddess replied, I've heard your prayer, but your brother is no longer your king.
Then Tequil said, turn my blood to fire so my heart may illuminate the depths. I will bring my brother back before my blood runs dry.
Oh, you remembered that whole line, Nechca? Paimon remembers that's exactly what the book... Paimon finished both books in one sitting. A lot of their content is nearly the same, so it's easy to get mixed up. But the ending in the older version is more interesting. Even if it's hard for kids to, well, completely Oh, wait! Nechca hasn't read the other ending. It's okay, just wait a bit and Paimon will read it out for you.
That's not true. Actually, I already know the other ending.
You already know the other ending? But didn't you only read the edition your mom got for you?
Hey, what are you all chatting about so happily?
Huh? Mom, Miss Traveler and I were just talking about the ending of that book. We were just talking about how the bad guy was defeated and everyone returned home safely. It's a really happy ending.
Aren't happy endings always nice? But if you already read the whole thing, then what will Mom have to read to you at bedtime? Guess you'll have to go to bed early tonight. But I'll buy you some more fairy tales next time, okay?
Okay, Mom.
It's pretty good quality. I'll be able to give Nechca a beautiful and durable piece of jewelry. But, you know, for now, let's focus on celebrating her upcoming birthday.
Next, let's visit Apaish. He should be close by. Stay close, Nechca. Don't go too far.
Yes, Mom.
Let's ride!
Why do my eyebrows keep twitching today? Strange.
That means you're about to hit the jackpot, Apaish.
I didn't expect to have 2 name engravers coming in today. Welcome. What are you looking to buy, Tlazoli?
Whoa! Offering a discount just like that?
She was once our name engraver.
Thank you for your generosity. I finished repair. Come on, Nechca. Say thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, so this is Nechca. Tlazoli has shown me some pictures before. It looks like you're doing much better now. How about...
No, that's all right. Mom told me that you've already given a lot to our family.
Oh, well, that was for your family. I've never given anything just for you.
Oh, no need to stand on ceremony, Auntie. Go ahead and pick something for Nechca. His drills and small clamps are good quality. I always come here to buy things if I find... Oh, do you have any child-friendly safety scissors?
I have a few in stock, but I put them in the back. Let me bring some out for you to pick.
Oh, no need to bring them all the way here. Why don't we just go in the back and choose there? It should only take a moment.
I don't know much about that kind of scissors. Why don't you just go yourself and...
Well, there are too many different designs and varieties of kid scissors. If you don't come and help me choose, I won't be able to pick one that Nechca would like. Come on, Auntie. It'll only take a moment.
And there goes Xilonen dragging Tlazoli off to buy more stuff. Ooh, what a...
I won't run off. Paimon, who's your favorite character in To Kill the Brave?
Paimon's favorite? Tequila, of course. He went through a lot to rescue his family. In the old version of the story, he was never able to reunite with his family, but he was still really strong and fought as best as he could. What about you, Nechca? Which character do you like?
I like
Oh, the one who was possessed by Coatlicue, but never forgot his brother Tequila. If it wasn't for his determination, both he and his brother would have been defeated by Coatlicue in the final battle. Of course! A story's only interesting if you can really get immersed in it. Hey, Nechca, why don't we play pretend? You can be Remak, and Paimon will be Tequila, okay?
Miss Traveler? Can I play the role of Coatlicue?
But isn't she the villain? In the old version, she even ate Remak and took on his appearance. Ah, right. She read the version with a happy ending. And that one, Coatlicue was defeated and the brothers both survived. Well, it doesn't matter. Only the lines at the end were different. You can go...
My favorite line is the one from the end.
Come here, Nechca. Look at you. You're sweating.
Mom!
Let me wipe your forehead. Now, drink some water. This child. You forget everything as soon as you start playing.
We've picked something out for Nechca. A Paishpalan will deliver it to Auntie's house once he's packaged it up. How was Nechca?
Oh, we were just about to get to the exciting part. Really? Oh, now that Paimon thinks about it, Xilonen has dragged Tlazoli away from us a couple of times now. But why?
Let's talk later. Just trust me and act normal for... Oh, we should head to our last stop, Auntie. It's real hot today, and we shouldn't let Nechca be in the heat for too long.
Right. Let's go see Chevin and head back home.
Faster!
What about those music records you mentioned earlier?
Let's ride!
I finished repairing your Blaze Gem inscription, Chevin. I've also reinforced it so it shouldn't fall apart so easily now.
Thank you. How about the volcanic crystal? Was it usable?
Yes, thanks for that.
You're welcome. I just want to see Nechca get better.
Thank you, Miss Chevin.
It's fine. Honestly, you're both too polite for your own good.
I was wondering where you got the ore for such a large-scale blaze gem inscription. So you must be one of Auntie's accomplices, then.
Oh, Xilonen.
We already know what's going on.
You had me worried there. I thought we'd been found out. We'd be in real trouble if Pakal ever got wind of it. To be honest, I won't be able to cover it up for much longer. I've been traveling away from home every few days, and the ore reserves have noticeably decreased. The last time Pakal came and asked me about it, I could only say that I'd been using up a lot of ore to research new styles of... As for why I had been leaving so often, I said that I had found a new ore vein and wanted to extract some new gems from it. Sorry. I've been talking my head off.
Sure, we can sit for a moment.
Miss Chevin, can I go see some of the jewelry over there?
You mean Amisha's work? Sure, go ahead.
Paimon wants to go too! We'll go together. Paimon has... Really? Then Paimon's gonna take a good look at what they have.
You haven't bought any jewelry for a while, Auntie. Why don't you pick one out?
Come on, Nechca! We don't know anything about Natlan's jewelry, so you can help us pick something out.
Miss Traveler,
Come here, Nechca.
Huh?
Sorry, Chevin and Xilonen, but it's already getting late. We should be heading back now. It'll be Nechca's birthday in a few days, and there's still a lot for us to do before then.
No problem. I'll be sure to bring her some beautiful jewelry to celebrate.
Mom,
You're getting hot again. Here, Mom will carry you. Let's get going. You forget to take care of yourself once you start playing. Let's go back and we'll have a talk.
I did...
Nechca, I never taught you to lie.
Sorry, Mom.
Nechca's looking at us. Paimon feels like something's not right. What should we do?
No, Nechca was having so much fun today that she forgot the time. Let me help carry her home. I'm worried you would also have to recover if you carried her.
No, it's fine. I'll carry her. Let's go, Nechca. It's time to go home.
Faster!
Thank you, everyone, for spending so much time with us today. Please be sure to come to Nechca's birthday party. Alright, it's nearly bedtime for Nechca, so let's part our ways here.
Oh, Auntie, remember to give her the book, that copy of To Kill the Brave I brought.
I understand. Really, do you think I'd let your efforts go to waste? It's very special to receive a book from you. I'm sure she'll put it somewhere safe. Right, Nechca?
Yeah. Thanks, Xilonen.
Oh, put it somewhere? Isn't she going to read it?
Well, I've read the story to her many times already. She's even
Oh, that won't be a problem, Auntie.
Oh. What's different about this version?
The majority is about the same, but the ending is different from the one that you bought her. The one I gave her is the unedited version that was originally published. It was released long before Nechca fell ill.
Oh, but I remember you were never very interested in fairy tales, Xilonen.
Huh. Well, I was just thinking that if what you said about Nechca's illness is true, she shouldn't be able to remember anything about her past. So, the ending to the original version of To Kill the Brave is also part of the past that she should have forgotten. In other words, if she hasn't recently read the old version of the story, then she shouldn't possibly know the ending, right?
I don't understand. Why are you so concerned about the ending of this book? Maybe she snuck out somewhere when I wasn't watching.
Yeah, okay, that is a possibility. After all, she does remember things that have happened recently. In which case, yeah, let's go ask around the tribe and see if anyone remembers Nechca reading the book. There are only a few shops in the tribe to sell books.
The booksellers all have inscriptions, so there's a chance that their memory...
So, you admit that the inscriptions can affect the tribe's current memory? I was very clear that I would consider that a crime and would stop all work on it.
There must be a few more books at home. I
do not wish to see your blood be reduced to ash, but I have seen the light of your heart and spirit.
I beg your pardon?
Nechca, where did you read that book? Answer.
Go home, Nechca. Are you disobeying me?
You're the one who wrote me the letter, Nechca. You're the one who wanted the book. Only you can speak for yourself. We're listening, Nechca. Right here, right...
Remember my name, brother. As long as you remember me, I will never have left.
Silence.
That's the line from the old ending. Nechca remembers it.
I know everything. Xilonen, help me, please.
Something's blocking the door.
Get back!
Xilonen, wait for us!
The tunnel is blocked. We can't go in. There might also be
Whoa. What are all those things on Nechca's wall?
It seems Auntie put all the extra inscriptions she made here. If she's trying to finish that ancient name, there's only one place she could... Come on.
The most important part of going out to have fun is, well, going out. So just show up and I'll handle the rest. Need a surfboard?
And Another chance to learn from you!
What is this place?
Auntie's workshop. It was supposedly closed after she stepped down from her position in the tribe. But it appears that we've all been deceived.
Why are there people up ahead?
If you're up to shady business, you have to hire shady people to help you. Let's go, don't hesitate! Bring it!
Right here!
How brilliant!
Come on! Show me your courage!
Transfixed!
Stick around! Out of the way, or get blown away! Forget it! You win.
Alright, let's finish this fast.
The show begins!
Stick around!
That was quick.
Forget it! Yes, you are. Go on. Yes, you are.
The door's closed here, too. Where should we go now?
The transport system seems to still be functioning. Let's go look for the controls and get this cart running again. Maybe it can take us further inside. All right, let's keep going.
The show begins!
You got here quick. Impressive.
Nechca's up there! What are you planning to do to her?
I never lied to you. All this time, I've only been trying to save my daughter. Even though she's not my daughter yet. But once everything is over, she will really become my Nechca.
What is she saying? Is she not Nechca?
So you figured it out. I want to use memories to awaken my Nechca. She has stayed in the Night Kingdom for far too long. She's afraid of the dark and cold. I'm the one who made her stay there alone, so I must bring her back. Don't worry, Nechca. Mom hasn't forgotten anything. She has always remembered your name.
I'm afraid so.
Then, who's that girl lying up there?
She's a child from my tribe. Her parents were killed in the same abyss attack. But wouldn't you know it, her birthday is the same as that of my Nechca. I raised her and took care of her for many years. I thought that taking her in would help me feel better. I was so happy the first time she was willing to call me Mom. But then, I suddenly felt very, very scared. Is she really my child? My child's name is Nechca. How could I be happy? My little Nechca is still waiting for me. As I said, I only want to bring Nechca back. And now, the time has come for me to pay. As for my useless ancient name, it's finally time to put it to good use. If you're not willing to help me, then you can become the fuel for Nechca's ancient... Xilonen, you have yet to make a move. I take it you're examining the inscriptions around you. It's no use. I've already set up the blaze gem inscriptions, and the engraved... It's all thanks to your ideas. Now, the central inscription will finally become Nechca's ancient... After Nechca returns, I'll make sure to invite you to her birthday party.
You're not gonna go up there, are you?
There's a flaw in this engraving diagram. The weak point is almost about to activate. So on my mark.
Don't worry, Nechca. Don't worry. Mom is here.
3.
Mom will always be with you. I'll never forget you.
2.
Wake up, Nechca.
1!
It's alright. It's alright. You'll see Mommy soon. Nechca.
Keep back! Those are distorted thoughts. And the mists are the thoughts' twisted cries. If you become tainted by them, they will control you, and you'll never be free again.
Where are you? I don't want medicine. It hurts. It hurts. Why am I alone?
Nechca, why?
No more medicine. me again.
Tlasoli, you're the one who twisted Nechca's name into a shackling prison. It's time for you to hear her true voice. Stone engraved and echoing peaks converge, disperse, in ashes be reborn, for flames born anew, and the blazing dawn.
Mommy will be with you. Nechca. Always. And forever.
Mommy, I've always been with you. And now you're finally listening to me. The old births the new, as flowers shield the roots, so life ever cycles until we return to the loam. We've known each other a while, but we've never met. You're Nechca? Yes, but I still don't know your name. My name's Nechca. It really suits you. Nechca, I bless you from the past and wish that every day of your future will be filled with peace and happiness.
I saw Nechca and was speaking with her, but now, where? Nechca? Nechca? Where are you? Answer, Mummy! Xilonen! You saw her too, didn't you? You saw my little Nechca! I felt her hands and hugged her. I was right. Those gray shadows were just a minor mistake. I just need to restart the ritual again. Alright, I'll start it again and Nechca will...
Have you...
She's just...
Enough! The person you collected among... Didn't you when people... What... You absorbed those emotions. Those gray figures were projections of that past. They could only reproduce the appearance of Nechca, and what the real Nechca wished to say was drowned out by those twisted and painful thoughts. Nechca, everything you exhaust, but...
My ancient...
The immovable names are blessings from the past to the future. You told me that, Auntie. But now, you've turned her name into a prison by taking an innocent child captive. And you've imprisoned yourself.
Nechca is but I can't say anything. I can't... Every day, every single day, I've hated myself and ancient...
You think Nechca would have come to hate you? The reason... A name without a past...
Xilonen, Nechca, Nechca can already stand now, so we made our way over.
Thank you, Paimon and Miss Traveler. I'm fine.
That's good.
But what about Tlasoli?
Oh, don't worry. All right, I've locked Auntie in the house with a few ropes. I'll take her to the tribe. As, for now, we can get away from the house and get some sun. After dealing with all of that,
She's already planned out everything. It's still so... Yeah, she was so cool in the final moments. She went right into action and took control of the situation.
Well, it's all thanks to Nechca's resilience. She never gave up. If it weren't for her bravely trying to get help, then I wouldn't have noticed Auntie's plan so easily.
It was thanks to all of you encouraging me. After all, this was already the last I tried to get the attention of many others who visited before. Even if all she had to... She would inspect all the letters I sent and any gifts I received. And then, if I didn't comply, she would force me to drink some strange It would put me to sleep for a few days, and it would be hard for me to remember anything. I would see a lot of weird things while I slept, and I would be so scared every...
You have us now. You are already super brave, and you even Xilonen isn't the kind of person who gets distracted easily by crying. She pays attention when someone's talking and doesn't miss a beat.
And it was because... Without you... Xilonen would...
So we had a part to play too! But was she not scared that someone would...
That's certainly a possibility. The inscription she created would not only collect information related to Nechca's past. It's similar to graffiti. If you want to paint something new on a wall that has been painted before, then it's possible that I was also one of her targets, which would explain why she was so willing to let me have the central inscription.
Whoa. And you still took it?
Well, you...
So you suspected her from the very...
Oh, the most But anyway, I think we've just about summarized everything and praised each other enough by now. Everything is finally over, and Nechca can finally be her...
So, what should I do now, Xilonen?
You should do whatever you like, of course. No one's going to lock you up anymore.
But I don't know. Everything I know is about Nechca. What she'd like to eat, which flower. I'm not her, but I can only be like her. I don't know, Xilonen. I just don't know.
Oh, don't worry, Nechca. The Blaze Gem inscription isn't working anymore. No one will force you to be somebody else again.
But I no longer remember anything about myself now besides my name. What if I'm scared, Xilonen. What should I do?
No, don't. Here, take this. I took some ore from...
A Blaze Gem inscription! You can make them...
Oh, of course not. It's just a pretty piece of stone. This is your first blessing. It has always protected you.
But I don't even remember the names of my...
I won't make any big promises and say everything will return to normal. I'm not sure what kind of future you will face. I can only promise that no matter what the future holds, your name will never fade. You'll continue to grow and mature as a sapling sprouts upward and becomes a healthy tree, or as birds spread their wings to fly high into... Your name is your starting point. Remember...
You can do it, Nechca!
Thank you all.
If you really can't come up with... We're from the same tribe. And until then, you can stay at my workshop. I can handle another mouth to feed. Well, rather than placing our hopes on a plan that relies so heavily on luck, we should just focus on our... Well, anyway, enough about all that for now. Let me take Tlasoli back to the tribe first. Oh, gosh. I nearly forgot that we haven't even had dinner yet.
Huh?
Oh, good. Let's go. We have a lot of work to do. We have a very busy future ahead of us. Oh, and, one more thing. Happy birthday, Nechca.
I just saw a brick that wasn't properly stacked. What should I do? Now it feels like...
You're here. Everything's been taken care of now. I was just about to go have a rest. Well, the tribe is still discussing that. I mean, not many have ever used ancient names to commit a crime. What I do know is that Tlasoli's workshop will be closed permanently, and any remaining incomplete Blaze Gem inscriptions will be completely destroyed. And as for the completed Blaze Gem inscriptions, I'll be handling them, which... Anyway, at least her ancient name is fine. Otherwise, we'd have a real mess on our hands. Oh, and speaking of ancient names, I actually have some good news. The memories that were absorbed by the Blaze Gem inscriptions can be restored to the... Now, once all the Blaze Gem inscriptions... Yeah, that's right. Wait, now Nechca really is gone. She's... But that's for another time. For now, she should just rest. After all...
I can do it! No, I can't. I can do it! Oh, it's fine! I can definitely do it! Right?
Add Ash. Add Astra Abyss.
Thank you for complete. Ah. How brilliant!
You might want to get a guide if you're not familiar with the area.